Hey everybody, welcome back to BeamNG. Now I did take a look at this game before on my channel, however I didn't really like the quality of it, so I thought I'd make a comeback. So let's get started. Come on, little menu. Let's go. So it's currently in alpha state, which is pretty early in development. However, it does do great. Sorry for the slow frames. I am running this in a windowed mode, and you could probably tell. This is the little loading screen. Looks nice though, right? Um, but that's just because I'm like in windowed mode. Lets me do other stuff easily. But it's in alpha state, but it still plays amazing, incredibly realistic, just the way it is. So really, I feel like everything else isn't going to be that big from here on out. Wait, let me move the mouse, because even though I'm not sure if you can see it or not, just get out of the way. Something about realistic, what was I saying? Even though it's an alpha, it's incredibly realistic, and they're still going to make changes to the physics system, most likely, but from here on out, I'm going to say the biggest changes are for maps and gameplay. I think they're also working on the AI, so hopefully we'll get a multiplayer up. There's no scheduled release date for this game, I don't think. I believe soon you'll be able to purchase it on Steam. Currently you can only do it on the website. However, you can receive a Steam key if you purchase it on the website, and you can play that. So that's what I'm doing here. So let's just take a look at some of the vehicle customization options. Sorry if you can hear the keys. I'm playing this entirely keyboard arrow keys style. So you have a number of cars to choose from. Each car has a number of little different types to choose from. When it says stripped, it really means stripped. I'll show you what I mean by it really means. What I just said makes sense, but you can see there's almost nothing to it. Like, let's just back up so the camera will go around. I could do it manually. You know who likes to run into something. Now, let's get a full car back. Let's get the four-wheel drive automatic. It's the one I'm used to. Let's make it a nice red. I mean, I can make it a really bright, obnoxious red, but let's not. Yeah, this is good. And also, all the stat layers, whatever this, that, whatever you want to call them. I think a number of them are actually called debug modes. Or let's take a look at what there is. There's all the node numbers, the names, how much weight is on each, what each is made out of. Let's see what this one does. Skeleton, how much of the skeleton is broken, should highlight. Broken only. So none of my cars broken, so nothing's showing. Skeleton off. There are also here we go. There's also these things which tell you the performance of the car, the torque versus power, the engine, airspeed, power, stuff like that on the bottom left, how much weight's on each wheel, how fast each wheel is spinning, the G-force, the Hydra state, the total weight, just about anything that you can think of. Also, as far as vehicle customization goes, down to the nitty-gritty of it, you can customize every little part of your car, down to the little mirrors on the sides, though I can't find them. You can even do the little tow hitch. Now, you can even get engine tuning. Now, how many games have that? You can even get rid of the whole back piece right here. You can actually disconnect the front piece, which I'm not going to do because that leads to a mess. Not like a buggy mess, well, kinda, depending on how you take it. But just for me, I have not experienced great things with it. Let's move this mouse again. Now, let's just drive around a little so you can see how it works. I should not have set my spawn point there. I'm gonna fix that right now. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Now let's get rid of that little thing on the side there. This is a game where you can also change the gravity. Also some of the visual styles, which I will show you in a minute. and stuff like that. Let's just do a little test there. I love this little loop-de-loop. I love just being able to do that. I can pull that off pretty well, and I believe slip through the other side. But you gotta aim it just right. It was far left, like I'm supposed to go on the left over here if you can see my mouse. However, let's go back. Let's show you the other stuff. There's vehicles, blah 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 blah. Vehicle debug, terrain debug, render. Okay, so this is where the cool looking stuff comes in. There's the bounding boxes, which tells you where everything is, I guess, or what is an item or what's not. Not really sure what about the bounding boxes, but it kind of reminds me of the Terminator, like everything's cornered and stuff. Or I think the Terminator is the right reference. You can disable shadows, make it a little easier on your computer. However, I do greatly prefer shadows. I think it makes a huge visual impact. Click that, here it looks all plasticky. Put shadows back on, looks better, plasticky better. There's also wireframe mode. Now take a look at the wireframe. This is incredibly detailed wireframe. The only thing to skip is like the steering wheel and the hubcaps, so I think that's pretty good. There's also a toggle depth visualization, which you can't really see depth that well. It's gonna affect your driving a little. So let's turn that back on. You can also change the normal visibility, which it's just interesting. I don't know what to think of it really. I like how the back that's kind of orange. I wouldn't really call it like opposite colors. Call it more almost fluorescent, but not really. There's light color, so everything is just either gray or white. And then there's a few shades in between, I guess, depending on the shadow. And then there's also specular visibility. So if you want to feel like you're in one of those really old movies that's all dark, you click this option. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. Like, I didn't see that till the last second. But, you know, still looks cool. This actually reminds me of a game, Attack of the 50-Foot Robot, from DigiPen. I think it was a student project. At least it was something like that. Just how that looked. It kind of reminds me of it, or at least the picture of it. It never actually worked on my computer. You can also slow down time, down to 100 times slower than reality. So let's go back to real time. Let's just start going really fast and hit it right before we hit a wall. There are hotkeys for this. I'll show you the controls possibly in a second if I can remember which button it is. However, to start, let's just crash into something. 100 times slower than reality. Actually, let's go down to 10. Now let's go to 100. Okay. And also, we all love the moon. Let's do moon gravity. Get ready. And smash. Look at that. Look at how amazing that is. Let's just go through to the other side so you can see that. Just flattens out. Wheels popping up. Let's speed it up a little. Let's actually go to zero gravity. Because we like zero gravity, right? Let's go back to real time, flying away. Then, you know what, let's deflate our tires, because we can. It doesn't really make a difference at this point. But you know when you're just crashed your car, you're flying around, and then your whole car just starts to fall apart? Me too. So I just love that little feature, like how you can just take your whole car apart. We'll set it back to what it should be. Let's go back to Earth gravity, real-time simulation speed 1. Okay. So, okay. Now let's just start driving along. If I can put my fingers on the right keys, then I don't need this whole menu on the right anymore, I don't think. But you know, we'll keep it just for a second longer. You're just driving along, your whole car just falls apart. Yep. Yep. And then as far as the HUD goes, or heads-up display, whatever you want to call it, you can customize it with a number of different things. I should probably stop my car before I run into something good. Let's put on the parking brake. You can throw these around just about anywhere on the screen you want. I can move it if I want to. However, I choose not to. Let's put that about there. I and then you can just click back to the game. You can also hit the slow settings button, change it around without bringing up the whole edition menu. I disabled the parking brake. There are different driving things. You can have it manual, you can have it auto. And then you can also change the driving style, which I have it set to automatic currently. So, like complete game does reverse and everything. You can set to normal, automatic, complete manual, a whole number of different things. Let's see if I can hit the right button for controls. So yes, there are controls. There is also very much controller support, which I think might actually be better for playing the game, although I can play with the keyboard. I have yet to play with the controller. However, I think it might be better for turning because only having two side keys doesn't give you the perfect turning options. You have to just kind of click it instead of, or tap the button instead of having nice smooth turns. I do like the controller though. I mean, I do like the keyboard though. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just think the controller might be a little better. There's also advanced controls. Sorry for my pausings. Sorry for my pauses. It's been a lot of talking. I'm trying to cram as much as I can into this short video because I don't really know how much time I have to record it. I have stuff to do. And by that, I mean I have food to eat because it's almost dinner time. But you know, first I should just focus on this video, right? Focus on you lovely people and showing you the games you probably want to see, although I can't really guarantee that because I'm not you, but I hope you do want to see it, and that's why you're probably here. Okay, got all that out. That was tough to say. That's why I started slowing my words down at the end. And I am pausing now because my brain has yet to catch up with my mouth. And let's just turn that off. So overall, this is an amazing game. Let's just show you some other maps, right? Before we're done here, let's play. So that's just like the grid test map. There are a few different areas. I hope you can hear me over the noise because I'm not sure how loud it is. So let's just go to, there's a few different areas more are going to be added. There's tons of player-created areas of all different types. Let's just go to Dry Rock Island. I think it'd be a nice example just to show you how the forested areas are. You could watch my old video, but I just think this one is better quality as long as the audio decides to work, which I'm pretty sure it does. It has been tending to work recently, though I have been having some troubles earlier today, and if this decides to load, thank you. Now it's loading, little stuttery when it comes to loading. Look at that, all the little grass and stuff, you know, a little trouble there. But, you know, overall, looks pretty nice. It's a pretty well-built game. I'm from a little indie studio, or at least that's what I'm going to refer to it as. Some people might not. But, I think it is flat out amazing. Like, I have gotten hours of gameplay out of this, just crashing my car, just driving around. There's something I want to show you in the last thing. I forgot about the big loopy thing. I was going to try to drive around it. But, you know, too late. Sorry. So let's just switch to red because I can't stand any color car but red for this specific type. I don't know. Call me colorist, but, ooh. That's a bright red. That's like fire truck red, right? This is much brighter than my other one. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to tolerate it. So, call me colorist, but I only like... It's just... Here's my explanation. Back in the earlier days when it was in alpha, like the earlier alphas, it just had this nice red color to it, and it looked really well, and it looked really nice. So, you know, and I didn't know how to change it yet, so I just got used to it. And now I can't not get used to it. I can't reacquaint myself with the new color scheme. And wait, let's do something. Let's just see if we can drive back here. Okay. Well, you've seen the island. Let's just drive down here, and that's where I'm going to end the video. Come on. Come on. Oof. Taking some dents. We can still just barely drive on. And into the water. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you next time. Adios.